Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Madison, and for today's video, we're going to talk about skincare. This isn't a full official skincare routine. If you would like one, please let me know because it's past due. I really need to get on that, but I wanted to share with you some of my winter skincare favorites for all of us dry skin gals, or if you tend to be more oily year round, but you notice around the winter time you do get a little bit of dryness and you don't have any experience dealing with it, then I think some of these recommendations could definitely help you. I don't have a ton, but I wanted to talk about certain products and why I really liked them, how they work, things like that. So the first thing I am going to talk about is kind of the least skincare beneficial, if that makes sense, but it is these, it's a gross bottle, I'm sorry, Bondi Sands Pure Self Tanning Drops. I'll have to double check if they still make these. I'm assuming they do. They were just on sale when I got them, so that had me like a little worried, but they have hyaluronic acid and vitamin C. Now these are just tanning drops that are for your face. It has no, the Pure line doesn't have any fragrance or anything, so if you're really sensitive to that, definitely would check out that. So these are just, you add 4 to 12 drops to your moisturizer and you wake up with a little bit of a glow. I tend to go for more about like 6 to 10 drops. And even if I'm not self-tanning my entire body, even if you don't do that at all, I still think you would like these. Just because in the winter, I think some of us do get pretty pale. Not that being pale is bad, but we do feel a little bit washed out sometimes. We don't feel like our normal coloring is there. So I like to do these when I'm feeling really dull and kind of just, the winter is just kind of dulling to the skin, I think. I'll just add a couple of these to my nighttime moisturizer and I'll wake up and I'll have a little bit of a healthy glow. I have that now. Obviously I have foundation on, but it just kind of helps like everything match, because sometimes I feel like my body is about a half a shade darker than my face is, especially in the winter. So I really like something like this to just kind of help you have a little bit more glow and to feel a little bit more confident, especially in the really cold winter months. Now, getting into the skincare, the first thing I'm going to say is something that I cannot find. It's in my travel bag somewhere, and I'm not the neatest traveler. I kind of just stuff all my stuff in random bags and hope that I didn't lose anything. So I cannot find it, but it is the Elise. I think that's how you say it. I took French for 5 years. You would think I would know how to pronounce it. It's this. It's right here. This is my favorite moisturizer currently. At first, I didn't really love it because it is heavily fragranced, and at the time, I was fragrance-free for my skincare routine, but I've started incorporating fragrance here and there, and it hasn't been bothering me, and I really, really like this moisturizer. It is very hydrating. For all my dry skin gals, I think you're really gonna like it. It is thick, but it doesn't feel thick, it doesn't feel gloopy. It has a really nice, like, just like lotiony kind of light feeling, but it is thick. It is very moisturizing. I love it. I feel like I can get all oiled up and go to sleep and have my face be protected from all the dryness and everything like that, and I really, really like it. It lasts quite a long time because it just comes in like kind of like a squeeze bottle, and like whatever comes out without even you squeezing it, that's how much you need. You do not need a lot of this. It goes very far on the face, and I think it just leaves your skin very plump and hydrated. I definitely recommend it for my dry skin gals, or if you're looking for something a little bit more nourishing and hydrating as a primer, I think this looks beautifully as a base for your makeup. So I definitely would recommend. Sorry I don't have it here to show you, but I promise it's like my every night moisturizer. I've been struggling the last couple of nights because I cannot find it anywhere. I need to do some winter cleaning. Is that a thing? Alright, next thing I'm going to talk about. I have a couple things like this. They are not, you don't need both necessarily, but I do want to talk about them because I use both. This is the Youth to the People Super Berry Hydrate and Glow Dream Mask. I really like this. You can see inside. It is a pretty thick consistency, and I really like that it's yellow. It's just like adds fun to the skincare routine. Now this is one of those kind of overnight masks. Basically what that means is kind of like a skincare gimmicky. It's kind of like a skincare gimmicky word. basically it means that it's just a thick moisturizer that you apply at nighttime. It's not really a mask. It just maybe has a couple extra ingredients that a normal moisturizer wouldn't. So this one specifically has maqui, vitamin C, squalene, and hyaluronic acid. So I really, really liked this one. It has like a nice little pleasant, very, very light scent. Youth to the People doesn't use a lot of scents in their products, I don't believe. It just is a really beautiful, kind of thicker, like treat yourself moisturizer. That's it on the hand, and it rubs in. And it just leaves your skin feeling really soft. You can see the little sheen it gave my hand. I really like using this on a day that I feel like maybe the chemical acids I've been using or exfoliators I've been using have been working, but maybe my skin is a little tired, it's a little worn out. I like to apply something like this really heavily on the face. And I also apply this under my eyes. If I'm not using it on my face for the night, I will apply this under the eyes because it just has really good ingredients. Typically, you can use your moisturizers under the eye unless they specifically say do not use it there. But I've been really liking this. I love squalene, I love hyaluronic acid and vitamin C. I think that works really well. Because this does have a little bit of hyaluronic acid in it, I do kind of sometimes, if I'm not using a chemical peel or anything like that, I'll keep my face just slightly damp and apply this, and it feels so nice and hydrating. And I think if you have dry skin, you'll definitely like this. It's a little bit of a treat. Something similar I have is the Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask. This little guy, it looks like a toothpaste container. This is really nice. They advertise this as a little bit of a facial almost. Like it repairs and renews, things like that. This does have some enzymes that work to exfoliate some dead skin cells, but it's not like a chemical exfoliant or anything like that. It is not going to be very stripping or really getting in there and exfoliating your whole face. It just has a couple of, good properties that's going to keep your face looking really smooth and nice. It does have a mixture of antioxidants in it, and it's just very hydrating. I like it a lot. I'm going to apply it on my hand as well because why not? Oh, that's a lot. It's a little bit less thick than the other one, but it almost feels a little thicker. It feels a little heavier on the skin. I think the Youth to the People kind of melts into the skin. I think this one kind of creates a little bit of a layer. It almost kind of does give you that more overnight mask feel, even though it's just a glamorized moisturizer at the end of the day. But it does have a little bit of a heavier, heavy-duty feel to it. I have loved this for forever. Same thing, I use it under my eyes as well. I just think this definitely makes you feel and look refreshed. I think my skin always looks a little brighter the next day. Sometimes I like to apply this early in the morning if I have something to do maybe that evening or that night. I'll apply this early in the morning and just kind of get the benefits of like just making my skin feel refreshed and renewed. And I think something like this, any kind of overnight sleeping mask, is really key for those winter months because you're getting a little bit more than your normal moisturizer. These are just packed with a little bit more hydrating ingredients that you're not going to be using every day. I definitely don't use these every day, even though I'm pretty sure you can. I think on both products, they don't say that you cannot use it every night, but I kind of stick to these just because they're a little bit more expensive. I stick to these probably like 2 or 3 times a week, and then I'll do my Embryolisse in between that, just my normal moisturizer. Next, I'm going to talk about a serum. This is not really a serum, it's just an acid. This is the hyaluronic acid from the Inkey-less. It just comes in this little tiny bottle because it's just kind of like pure liquid. I believe it's just hyaluronic acid. I think it might have a little bit of B5 in it as well. But I really like this. With hyaluronic acid, the trick to using it is definitely skin being damp. Hyaluronic acid invites moisture, so if you don't have any moisture on your skin already, it kind of doesn't know what to do, and it might not be doing any of the benefits you think it is. So I definitely like to keep my skin a little bit of damp, and I'll kind of do this after the shower, at night at least. when kind of my whole body is damp, I'll just pour a little bit into my hand. It's a very liquidy consistency, and I'll do it on my face, and I'll just kind of go all the way down, like arms, legs, chest, things like that. And because everything's damp, it's just gonna absorb it, and I feel like it does make my skin look a little bit more plump, a little bit more healthy, and definitely gets rid of those flaky, dry spots that I get, because I do have quite dry skin. And so as it gets cold, my skin feels chapped. It just feels like there's no moisture left, and this definitely helps invite moisture and keep the moisture in my skin to keep it looking youthful and bright and just normal, you know? So I definitely do like that. But if you're using a hyaluronic acid product and you feel like it's not really working, make sure you have a little bit of dampness on your skin, and you're using other products that maybe have some hydrating benefits, you know, water creams, things like that. And it's really going to help amp up those effects of the hyaluronic acid. And then the last thing I told you guys I didn't really have a bunch. I might have one other thing, but again, I can't find it. But this is the BYBI. This is from Target. I got it from Target. It's the Strawberry Booster Oil. It's a strawberry seed oil, 100% cold pressed strawberry seed oil. Now, I got this at Target in their skincare section. I don't know if it's BB or BYBI, but I picked this up because I was looking up things for when your skin is just feeling so dry. Like, my skin felt like it was just flaking off at this point. And I was just looking up different oils, different serums, and I happened to be in Target, and I looked at this, and I looked up strawberry seed oil, and it's supposed to be very, very good for extensive dryness. So it says on the back, high content of omega fatty acids make this a powerful skin softener to regenerate and improve the skin's moisture levels. So yeah, that's exactly what you need in the dry winter months, especially if you already have that dry, prone skin. This is just great. It's an oil. It comes out kind of a greenish color, which kind of freaked me out at first. You can kind of see it on the back of my hand. It does feel like an oil. It's not one of those like dry oils. So if you apply it at night, you are going to be oily. But I find by the next morning, because I do have dry skin, I don't look oily. My makeup goes on fine, everything like that. And it just feels really nice, and I do think it is what it says it does. It does soften the skin, so if you're dealing with dry flakes or patches, or your makeup skipping because you have like no moisture in parts of your skin, this is definitely going to just like overturn all of those effects and give you that moisturized, like healthy level of glow. I've been really liking it. It doesn't have a scent, I don't think. No, it just smells like oil, like. But I have been really loving this. I probably apply this about 4 times a week just when I'm feeling. I am trying a different oil right now, and I will get back to you, but I believe this was about $10 at Target, so pretty affordable for an oil. I mean, at Sephora you can find oils for almost hundreds of dollars. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about is something also I cannot find because it was in my travel bag. It might be in one of my purses, honestly. It is the Bite Agave Lip Sleeping Mask, the overnight one. It comes in the tub. I'll put a little picture of it up here. This is one of those products that might feel a little gross on your lips if you're not used to something like that. It definitely doesn't have like a thin, kind of slippy texture. It is thick. And I kind of had to get used to like the scent. It just kind of smells like earthy, but like a little bit of sweet. I don't know. It's kind of weird at first, but you get over it. But anyways, the agave lip mask, it is very thick. It's something that I will put on my lips in the deep, deep winter months, and I will wake up and my lips will still feel very hydrated and like they have a little bit of a chapstick still on them. It's my favorite product for the winter. Everyone I've ever let try is obsessed with it. My mom, she keeps trying to steal mine, but I stole them back last time. She had 2, and I stole both of them back. Um, And yeah, it's just a really, really thick mask, and it doesn't cost a lot, I don't believe. But again, I will put it right up here, and everything I'm talking about will be listed down below. But yeah, I think that's the end of my little winter skin must-haves. That's just a few products that I feel like will be really helpful and like widely accepted and liked by people. You know, there are some other things that I liked that maybe other people won't like, but I wanted to mention these because I felt like they were a little different than my usual recommendations or products, and I just wanted to share in case you are struggling with really cold climates or really dry skin. I struggle all year long, so some of these things, if you have dry skin, you could definitely love all year long, but you can maybe get one or two of them. If you're usually pretty oily or normal and just the winter you need something extra, just pick up maybe one or two of these items and see how it works for you. I think it will be lovely. And I'm going to stop talking before I talk too much. So that is it for my video. If you guys enjoyed, please let me know, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!